An artificial intelligence wake-up call. That's what New York State's Comptroller is saying is needed for 4 state agencies that are using AI right now. An audit released this week finding a lack of guidance and oversight he says could expose personal data and create inaccurate data impacting services. Tonight, we learn what they believe needs to change and how those agencies are responding. New York's Office of Aging, Department of Corrections, the DMV, and the DOT are all using artificial intelligence right now for different reasons, all of which impact you, which the Comptroller's office says needs improvement. We'll start with the Office of Aging. It uses an AI companion to combat loneliness, which the Comptroller's office said was effective to a point.
One of the concerns that we had was the data. So somebody's talking to this AI, and there is actually that information is being kept, and that data is actually owned by the company.
The Department of Corrections uses Investigator Pro for inmate phone calls. It validates the voice of the incarcerated individual, but like the Inspector General found elsewhere in that agency, their record keeping is antiquated.
Basically, the software identified somebody who they thought was not the wrong person, but you didn't keep data to tell me, well, is it basically unfairly picking out a group of people?
The DMV uses facial recognition technology to deter identity fraud when matching images on driver's licenses.
They didn't consider it artificial intelligence, which basically under the state definition, it clearly is. So they were not, putting this application through the controls that they actually had established.
The DOT is piloting 3 AI systems, but the audit found a discrepancy in whether it was AI or not. Overall, the Comptroller's office says the state's guidance needs to be clearer and better training is needed to identify artificial intelligence in order to use its benefits, but also protect people.
Going forward is proposed legislation so that our office audits this on a continuous basis for exactly the point that you're making, that technology evolves over time. Governance has to evolve over time.
Keeping up, something we've spoken to lawmakers about. Assemblyman Clyde Vannell is the chair of the subcommittee on Internet and New Technology.
Legislation has a place, right? There's a place for legislation. There's a place for government to say what, to be a referee on what is what's possible or not. But legislation cannot outright ban this stuff.
That, of course, was on Power and Politics. More Power and Politics later. The agencies did respond to the audit. Aging, docs, and the DOT, for the most part, agreed with the recommendations to establish better guardrails. The DMV disagreed with a lot of the findings, but said they'd work on the recommendations. We have a link to the full audit on CBS6Albany.com.